If I started completely over as an affiliate marketing beginner in 2024, here's exactly what I do for the fastest results. Let's assume I don't have any of the skills that I do today. I'm a complete beginner, just like most of you watching this. Before we jump into the content for today, I do want to make an announcement that our private Discord is now live. In there, I'm reviewing members' websites, giving feedback. We're having great conversations. I'm also releasing my first exclusive video this week, which is instant indexing on Google. So if you're struggling with not getting your website pages indexed on Google, you're getting crawled but not indexed, we actually have a member who went from 38 to 74 indexed pages, quadrupling his Google search impressions, all in less than a week. And I have a quick update on my Affiliate Fundamentals Starter Kit. The 2024 material is almost complete. This is my best beginner training yet. So if you're suffering from analysis paralysis, information overload, and haven't taken action in months or years, this makes it so simple and step-by-step. The Starter Kit has everything you need to successfully launch in 2024. We have resources for finding dozens of profitable micro niches, 500 plus affiliate program database, an SEO made simple checklist, everything you need for every single blog post to rank on page 1. If you still want to get early access pricing, you can check that out in the description. All right, so jumping into what I would do if I were a beginner starting today all over with affiliate marketing, here's exactly what I do to get the fastest results. So the first step, before we add anything to our lives, let's reduce. The first action I would take is I would reduce all of my expenses so that every dollar can go towards investing into my business and my future. I'd cancel all the streaming services. That's probably $100 a month right there. I'd stop eating out and ordering Uber Eats. I'd learn to cook and meal prep in bulk, saving hundreds of dollars per month. Then I would sell everything I don't need on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, OfferUp, or eBay. That's potentially thousands of dollars right there. I could use that for capital, and we don't need more stuff to clutter up your house or your apartment. Next, I would look at my biggest expenses. This is typically your rent or mortgage payment, your car payment, insurance. I would try to downgrade all of these or shop for better deals. Honestly, stop playing keeping up with the Joneses. This is just a one-way ticket to forever be in that 9 to 5 rat race. I'd move to a state with no income tax. That's up to 10% of your salary per year alone. We're talking $5,000 to $15,000, which can go very far when invested into a business. I'd switch to an EV or a hybrid, and I'd save $300 a month in gas. If you're listening to this and you have a nice car or an apartment, but you don't have time freedom and location freedom, you've got to let go of your ego and change your priorities. Lastly, I would reduce time spent with negative, toxic people, relationships, and vices like drinking, partying, and video games. Next, let's move on to step 2, which is mindset. Mindset is more important than any secret tip or hack or tactic because you need to adopt the mindset of a millionaire before you become one, because success is a lagging indicator. You're never going to stumble upon $1 million without leveling yourself up first. So the first thing I'd tell myself is to stop thinking just in terms of affiliate. Stop chasing those short-term methods of just making an Instagram page, posting your affiliate link, and hoping to make $1 million. This will never work. Instead, build a real sustainable business and diversify your income streams eventually. Don't just focus on affiliate marketing alone. Now, regarding a lot of the tactics that people are teaching today, traditional affiliate marketing is dead. People are teaching outdated methods of Google or Facebook ad to a landing page to an affiliate link, and then magically you get sales. See, this method lacks leverage. It has no moat at all. You're not building a brand or tangible assets like an email list. So because you have no brand through this method, you can't diversify your income streams with things like ad revenue, sponsorships, courses, and coaching down the road because you don't have a brand that you've been investing into. You've simply been running ads and getting sales at a lower profit margin. This method is not passive income. This is nothing more than a glorified job. Instead, I like to build $1 million brand for leverage and tangible assets. You could sell this brand one day for tens, even hundreds of millions of dollars. Some examples of this that are in my $1 million affiliate blog database are Hodinky, which started as a watch blog, now generates over $100 million per year. BestReviews.com sold for $160 million in an acquisition in 2020. And Wirecutter was acquired by the New York Times for $30 million. So to sum up point number 2, mindset is more important than any tactic, tip, trick, or hack that you could follow. I've created dozens of videos on mindset and productivity alone in my mentorship program because of how important this is. You will never be successful if you skip that step or try to bypass the personal development. Now let's move on to 3, which is developing your skills. These are the skills I would focus on if I wanted to get success with affiliate marketing and online business in general. At the end of the day, I do believe skills pay the bills, and I have always used this analogy of thinking of yourself like an RPG character in a video game where you're level 1 when it comes to all these skills, but if you could just level up every single day, making money becomes easy. So the specific skills I would focus on are copywriting, sales, SEO, content creation, email marketing, YouTube video editing, social media marketing, building a website, and lastly, graphic design for thumbnails and website assets. I know that sounds overwhelming, but the truth is you don't need to be a master at all of these. You just have to get to a certain level of competency. And if you have some extra capital, you can also outsource any of these that you don't want to do or are not good at doing. And now with AI and ChatGPT, a lot of these have never been easier than ever before. Instead of hiring a freelancer, you could probably just use ChatGPT to help you on pretty much half of these skills. Now I'm going to share with you the fastest way if you want to get results, and that's going to be finding a mentor. So to give you an analogy with golf or any hobby that I get into, the first thing I do is I go right to the experts. For golf, I picked up a book by Ben Hogan, a legendary golfer who wrote about the proper fundamentals when it comes to the golf swing. And even when I go to the driving range and I go look at people's stances and people who are struggling, they've got all the fundamentals wrong. They have a bad grip, they have the wrong stance, their tempo is nowhere near the PGA Tour tempo. Knowing these proper fundamentals really is the 20% that generates the 80% of results. Because if you skip this part, which a lot of newbies do, especially when it comes to affiliate marketing, it doesn't matter how much time or energy you put into this, you're just gonna be spinning your tires. So after reading a couple books, I got in-person lessons and coaching, and that allows an expert who's seen hundreds of golf swings, and they can easily identify within 5 minutes what I'm doing wrong. But they also know that if they tell me 10 different things to change with my swing, I'm not going to make any progress. So they tell me to work on one thing at a time, focus on that for the next 1,000 swings, and then we reassess. In my last video, I went over the affiliate marketing Reddit, and honestly, most of this is horrible advice. It's only going to confuse you more and lead you down the wrong path. And the problem with bad advice is it's going to leave you spinning your tires for years instead of making measurable progress in a step-by-step path. Chances are those free videos and the free communities and everything hasn't really worked out if you're still watching these videos. For me, I think the fastest way to progress is to learn by doing, because experience is the best teacher, but also have an expert checking your form 2 to 3 times per year, giving you actionable feedback. An example is in our private Discord. We have one of our members here who took part in the September challenge, and I gave feedback after the challenge ended in early October, and you can just see the growth here. And this is why I'm such a believer in real-time feedback and coaching. At the end of the day, the student needs to implement and apply that feedback, but we just did another round of 5 more action items to implement, and we can see how much we're going to grow from here. But if you've just been watching videos and you've just been reading things online, but you don't actually have a live website, you don't have any content, you're not getting any data on Google Search Console because you haven't even taken that first step, then I really implore you to get in the game today. Business is not a spectator sport. You've got to become that man in the arena and learn by doing every single day through mistakes and hopefully with someone to guide you. Now let me give you a quick rundown of how I'd actually build my business. I'll probably make a longer video on how to start affiliate marketing in the next one. So I've just wrapped up the 2024 material for the Affiliate Fundamentals Starter Kit. And these are the basic steps that we're going to follow. The first one is choosing a profitable micro niche. I recently made a video and podcast about the top 10 affiliate marketing niches for 2024 ranked by average earnings. In my starter kit, I found out there's dozens of profitable niches. There's not just 10. And your goal is to find a micro niche within a profitable broad niche. But the number one tip I have here is do not go broad in 2024. You're not going to stand out and you're not going to be competitive. The best way to reduce the amount of oversaturation and to reduce the amount of competition is simply to compete in a smaller segment of the market. Next, I'd focus on building a future $1 million brand. Now, this is a lot smaller than you think. In my $1 million affiliate website database, you can look at some of those brands. And at the end of the day, we're not talking about creating the next Nike or Tesla or Coca-Cola. It's really just something that resonates with your audience. I'd buy a domain, I'd make a logo in Canva, and then I'd go ahead and launch my website. When it comes to the website, I see so many beginners make the mistake of focusing on things like web design when they themselves are not even web designers. You don't need to focus on things like your website's design on day one. You need to focus on creating content and getting SEO traffic. You can always go back and pretty those things up, but if you spend months tinkering with your website's design, making it pixel perfect, and you never launch, it just stays in that coming soon graveyard. I've seen too many beginners run into this pitfall. I'd also start collecting emails from day one of launching my website. I wouldn't wait. Next, I'd perform the proper keyword research. I'd get about 50 really good opportunities for a brand new domain that has no backlinks, no authority. So these have to be some very easy keywords in my niche. I would write mostly informational content in the beginning. I wouldn't even write any affiliate content. Beginners make the mistake of only exclusively writing affiliate content and thinking they need affiliate links on day one. You can write about stuff without having affiliate links. And plus, you probably won't get into the affiliate programs until you've built up enough traffic and enough of a brand. To get the fastest results, I would launch a YouTube channel. This is actually the approach that I did even back in 2014. I did both YouTube and a website and blog, and this was a synergy approach where I'm getting content to rank on the #1 and #2 search engines in the world. These are still the #1 and #2 search engines in the world that have high intent customers who are looking to make purchases. When a beginner asks me about creating an Instagram for affiliate marketing, this is one of the worst platforms you could choose. You may be able to get views, but we're trying to get sales. And the people who are browsing on Instagram, they aren't searching specifically for you. They use the other two search engines, YouTube and Google, to find information about products. So while you may be able to get some views and possibly 1 or 2 Amazon Associates sales, that's nothing but luck. It's not repeatable, and you're not getting repeat customers. You're not getting people on your email list. It's just not sustainable in the long term. So I would do 1 video per week. I would turn that into a blog article, and I would try to be as efficient as possible. So that's around 52 pieces of content over the course of a year. And that's what I would focus on in the first year. Next, I would also create a TikTok, and I would take that YouTube video and I'd break it into multiple YouTube shorts and TikToks. The YouTube shorts and the TikToks, those are literally the same exact videos, and they're just pieces of the much bigger YouTube video. Okay, once I get into a steady rhythm of content and I have enough views, I'm getting enough traffic, I would create an autoresponder email sequence, preferably with a lead magnet that is for my target customer. Once I get to around 1,000 visitors or views per month, then I would apply for the affiliate programs. A lot of beginners get this wrong. They want to apply for the affiliate programs when they have nothing to show for it. And even if you got accepted, you probably won't be able to generate enough sales to stay in the program or stay relevant. Now, the key takeaway from all of this is once you have the brand and you're getting consistent, steady traffic, and you have a big email list and you have followers, companies will come to you. Companies will want to work with you, give you free product, pay for sponsorship. Life gets so much easier when you have a brand because you have leverage. Companies want eyeballs, they want traffic, they want sales, they want referrals. So creating an attractive brand with tangible assets, let's say it's getting 50,000 organic visitors per month through SEO. You have an email list of 10,000 high intent warm leads. You have a YouTube channel with 5,000 subscribers. And let's say, cherry on top, you're getting thousands of likes and views on TikTok. The more brand assets that you have, the more you can charge per sponsored post. And lastly, I would join a community. This journey is so lonely. And if you're going at this alone, you're probably dealing with that internal struggle of daily accountability. Now, like I said earlier in my last video, I went over the free communities online. I joined a few Discords. I looked at the affiliate marketing Reddit. And the truth is the quality is just lacking. There's such a low signal to noise ratio inside of these communities. I actually got an email after I released that episode that said, this podcast hit home. I'm actually in that Reddit community, LOL. I agree with you 100%. Most is trash advice, but I did recommend your podcast to someone. Hey, at least that's a positive. But really, one of the number one problems for beginners is it's overwhelming. The amount of information and the lack of clarity when it comes to affiliate marketing. If you're a beginner, don't add more noise to your life. It's only going to leave you more confused and more in that analysis paralysis state where you don't know the first step to take. So therefore, you don't take any step. I have to say that there's nothing worse than inaction. You can make mistakes, and that's infinitely better than doing nothing at all. But you can't do nothing. All right, so that wraps up my message for today. If you enjoyed this, please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, subscribe, hit the notification bell because I'll be releasing 1 to 2 high quality pieces of content per week. Lastly, I am wrapping up the 2024 brand new content for the Affiliate Fundamentals Starter Kit. If you've taken my 2022 free training that was released before, I actually went back, I watched all of those videos just to see how I can improve for the training for this year. And the real theme is simplifying affiliate marketing. I think I gave way too much information that was irrelevant to beginners in that training, although I'll say 90% of it is still relevant today and it's still really good advice. The difference is we're putting more energy towards the 20% that generates the 80% of results for beginners. This is going to be choosing your micro niche. This is going to be crafting your $1 million brand, and it's going to be launching and getting into that feedback loop of consistently creating SEO content, then having an experienced mentor check your form 2 to 3 times per year to help you accelerate even faster. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with how the content is coming along for the starter kit. I really truly believe this is the best training for beginners that I have ever made. And it's going to make things so much easier if you are in that state of analysis paralysis, information overload. You don't even know the first step you should take. It really is step by step. So check that out in the description if you want to join it with early access pricing while it still lasts. And I'll see you guys on the next one.